It is 10:01, and I guess I'll get rolling. Rolling. What a day yesterday. I don't know if you're a fan or not, but I will tell you there's an excited man in the White House. I ain't never seen an inauguration speech like that. He is like on fire to take over the world, ain't he? God only knows if he's going to create enemies or if he's going to create goodwill, and who knows what all is going to happen. But I'm going to guess that the residential real estate market is going to continue about the same as it's been. I don't see them dropping interest rates much during 2025, nor do the economists that I research with. Everybody's kind of maybe thinking seller incentives. I've heard a lot about incentives to sell your house rather than to buy a house. That's an exciting thing. And I think the subject that we're on today is going to make a big difference in your title agency if you just open your mind to what we've been doing for the past 37 years. We've converted it to a nonprofit now. I'm retired in the mountains after 40 years in the residential real estate business. People go, oh yeah, it's like Homes for Heroes. I say, screw you. It's not like Homes for Heroes at all. Homes for Heroes is a juggernaut of profit. She was billing out like $5 million a year in just realtor fees. So what we did instead, we made a consumer direct value add solution. So we're going directly to the essential employees, 9 categories of essential employees, consumer direct. But we're integrating the consumer direct model direct to the consumer with realtor referral partners. So if your title company gets involved, we're going to be involved in consumer direct marketing in your local area to the 9 categories of essential employees. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Then we're going to make your title company the exclusive brand ambassador for our organization in a particular zip code, county, or state. The codes start at $100 a month, and we put you then in the center point, literally the center point of fulfillment for the entire essential employee relocation network. So everything we do has to go through you if you own that zip code. So that is in a nutshell what makes us completely different than Homes for Heroes. And this little graph might help you get the gist of how our one-stop shop works. Hero Benefits Network enrolls the employee directly from the Police Benevolent Association or the Fraternal Order of Police. Or we may have a relationship or establish a relationship in your local market with the Firefighters Union or the Teachers Union. So in the red arrow clicks, pay per click, we get a lead that comes in that requests a down payment assistance voucher. Remember, they're asking our nonprofit for a voucher or a relocation grant. We give these grants out free from any charge, and we do not require the law enforcement officer, the nurse, or the teacher to pay it back. It's a free gift. It helps them with moving expenses. We just had one buy down their rate. You know, they got a 6 7/8 rate, and then they bought it down to like 6 1/4 or 6 1/8, and it saved them $100 a month or $200 a month on their mortgage payment for 30 years. So we have unique ways to help your essential employees in your market buy a home and sell a home. When the lead comes in, the red ink goes over to the realtor. And the realtors are trained how to do our wants and needs analysis and how to vet the hero against red flags like bankruptcy or citizenship or judgments or debt to income ratio ideas. And are they been on their job long enough? And once they're done with vetting and wants and needs, the realtor goes ahead and makes an offer to the hero for an amount of money. So it sounds like you'll qualify for about $5,000 in relocation grants based on what I heard. But in order to know for sure, I've got to get you with my mortgage partner. So the mortgage guy who's in network with Hero Benefits Network does a pre-qual. And that pre-qualification generates the relocation grant. So then you get a printed voucher that the consumer carries with them while they're shopping. And that extra $5,000 can help them, like I said, with moving costs, home improvements, down payment assistance if it fits their loan, compliance. Some of them can't use down payment assistance for like an FHA or VA loan, but sometimes we can use it for closing costs. And then sometimes we can use it for home repairs, or sometimes we can use it for buying down the rate. But the relocation grant is formalized after the MLO does the pre-qualification. Now, the red ink at the bottom of the screen with those three arrows is where I think you'll be most interested. Our MLOs and realtors are required, absolutely required to use our in-house, in-network title company. Now, required is a funny word in residential real estate because the consumer still has freedom of choice, don't they? The consumer, the cop, the firefighter, the teacher, can choose any damn title company they want, and you can't say nothing about it. Neither can the realtor, neither can their MLO. But in this case, it would reduce the amount of their relocation grant. So if their relocation grant was, $6,400, and then they elected to go with their sister's cousin's brother's title company instead of yours, then they would give up a portion of their relocation grant, and that's disclosed up front. In other words, the relocation grants are curated through the network, and that's how our system works. But the blue ink at the very bottom, your title company becomes the official exclusive closing and fulfillment partner of the Hero Benefits Network. So we're excited because we think we've got the easiest job in real estate. I've been a realtor since 1986. All we do is give away money. This is way easier than calling for sale by owners and expireds. I used to do that for a living. Now I just give away $8,000 to get a listing. And that $8,000 gets me a lot of listings. So this is not a certification, and this is not an orientation. Those happen elsewhere. You can go to herobenefitsnetwork.org and you can complete a certification. It takes about 30 minutes. You can go to orientation as many times as you want to learn about our marketing portal and all the social media memes, all the videos that we give you, all the teleprompter scripts, all the direct mail letters that we give to your realtors. And also you can learn a little bit about how we market to human resource directors. Those are the key economic denominator for the Hero Benefits Network is a human resource director. We get in with an HR director, we get a lot of business. But today is called Key to Coaching, and it's all about how to grow your title company, or I should say a division of your title company, an essential employee relocation division. That you run your title company full-time, 8 days a week, but this little division, we help you run. And this little division is called Hero Benefits Network, Essential Employee Relocation Division. We are a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization. That means we are endowed with all of the IRS rights of a church or a Red Cross. Some people don't even know that the NFL is a nonprofit, which makes me laugh because Roger Goodell has the softest hands I've ever shook. He doesn't work very hard. He does some negotiations, and he's an executive level dude, but he gets paid a lot of money inside of the nonprofit National Football League, doesn't he? Anyway, we're a legitimate, bona fide nonprofit. I haven't taken a paycheck, nor has my wife. In fact, we bought dinner for a team down in Fort Lauderdale that's working with us, and it felt awkward because we used the Hero Benefits Network to buy dinner for this team that's doing transactions for our heroes. And we all looked at each other at the end of dinner. And in fact, Randy was there, Carrie was there, I think Kendall was there. And they were like, should we? I don't know. We've never done this before. But it's fun to grow a nonprofit because we're not taking paychecks. We're not spending your money on foolishness. We're giving your money back to the heroes in the form of down payment assistance and relocation grants. So I do say it's the easiest job in real estate because all we do is give away money. So I think we've done a fairly welcoming introduction. My background is residential real estate. My name is Russ Fitzpatrick. You can Google me. I'm in Risk Media Power Broker, top 250 real estate brokers in the country, Real Estate Hall of Fame level production for 18 years in sales, ran a brokerage for a decade, ran a national franchise, became a regional owner of another franchise. Been doing a lot of things. Got 88,000 realtors in my AnyMac Works real estate productivity platform, which is now called Works Partner. I've been around the block a little bit in residential real estate, sold about 3,500 homes myself, and in my brokerages that I've operated. And later on, we're going to talk about how we invest your donation. You're going to make a small donation every time you do a closing. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. And as we wrap up today, we're going to get into the secrets of a sustainable real estate referral partnership. So Carrie Fitzpatrick is my wife, and she runs everything to do with operations. You can reach her anytime you'd like. Just go to herobenefitsnetwork.org. Reach out to us. My name's Russ Fitzpatrick. Randy Nemiroff runs Perk Plans, and he's got the most experience of the bunch with Hero Benefits. He's got the most experience of the bunch with essential employees, relocation, human resources, just has this massive network. I think he has 20 million human resources, employees in his associations in his network. I don't know. I'm just floored by what Perk Plans does to augment and grow the Hero Benefits Network. So thank you to Randy. And there's my dear friend, Devin Pinches, the membership director at Hero Benefits Network. I heard that she was in the office today, and I was excited that she was spending a little more time with Carrie and Kendall. HBN system, I'm asking you to donate around $500 at closing. Around. And I say that because our paperwork reads $295 to $795 pledged on closed and funded transactions. A pledge is a donation, so it's not like a litigious agreement that we make with you. And if you had to make some serious concessions on a file and you weren't able to give the closing stipend that you pledged, we wouldn't kick you out of the network. If the client was, a problem and there wasn't enough money, or if it was a little mobile home and there was no money to give, we don't force you to make a donation. We just recommend that you make a donation, and your donation helps us build our down payment assistance program and our relocation grants. The reason relocation grants are exciting for realtors right now is I don't give a shit what the freaking interest rates are, baby. If there ain't no listings, there ain't no sales. Okay, so you got 1,000 realtors in your market out with buyers, and there ain't no listings, there ain't nobody buying any houses. So what we've got to do, in fact, I just did a search under $400,000 in the Western Carolina mountains, 0 homes in our city, 0 homes under 400,000. So imagine you were a nurse, teacher, firefighter, you're screwed. Absolutely screwed unless you happen to marry an attorney or a doctor. So we're giving down payment assistance at 0.0015, but we're also giving relocation grants. And this is really, really important for you to understand. We can waive these relocation grants in front of employees to give them up to $10,000 to help them with moving. And that's what generates listings for our network. We take listings. And listings are the golden egg right now. The goose that lays the golden egg is popping out listings, not buyers. Buyers are fine, but listings produce buyers, I promise you. So when we do our relocation grants for listings, we pay the hero 0.075 on the one he's selling, and we give them 0.0015 on the one they're buying. So we think that, especially after watching yesterday, if you watch the inauguration, this guy's all about essential employees, back the blue. I don't think defund the police is going to be coming up anymore. I think that this is the administration that's going to be focused on veterans. And we believe that essential employees and first responders are part of this network, including firefighters, EMT, and teachers. And we think there's going to be a major uptick in listings in March, April, and May, the busy summer selling season. And we know that first responders deserve these relocation grants. So we need realtors in your community to offer sellers our relocation grants. So we're asking you to become a brand ambassador for our network and to teach you how our clear to close protocol works. How do we fund that $3,450? How do we fund that $5,750? When a relocation grant comes up, how do we fund that? Well, that's all done during the certification. And should you decide to move a little closer to the Hero Benefits Network, your title agency would be given a free certification on demand anytime you want it. We could do 5 of your employees, 10 of your employees, 100 of your employees, doesn't matter. We will teach you and your marketing reps or your closing agents how to work with an essential employee who's relocating. We're going to add your little pledge to a big old pledge from the realtor. Remember, realtors usually pay a 25% referral fee on this stuff, right? So we keep that 25% referral fee and put it in that down payment assistance. That's what we do. Instead of taking that 25% referral fee and pocketing it and going and taking families out to fancy dinners, we keep that money and we give it to the hero. Okay, that's how the down payment assistance is curated. We also get a stipend from the mortgage company. So between mortgage, title, and real estate, it comes up to a formidable amount that we've curated. And that's what we call a one-stop shop. I like to pronounce it like that just to tick people off. But it's a one-stop shop that I've been curating for about 40 years. I ran my own title company for a decade and a half. I ran my own real estate brokerage for 2.5 decades. And I was a real estate agent for 10 or 15 years before that. So I was a title company. My company was called Team Title USA. My real estate brokerage is called Exit Team Realty down in Coral Springs, Florida. But if you hired a marketing rep for $36,000 a year, you have to pay her benefits, him, training expenses. As the owner of the title company, you might shadow her or him and train them. And after 4 months, you found out that that marketing rep was going and sitting at Starbucks all day and wasn't really going out and meeting with real estate brokers or real estate agents. They had a confidence problem maybe. And a lot of $36,000 a year marketing reps might not have the confidence to go toe to toe with a real estate broker, right? So they're shy and they're timid. Now, some of them are great. In fact, Rudy down there in Miami, he hires the most famous marketing reps in the country. It's called the Cleavage Queens, and all he brings is Krispy Kreme donuts and cleavage. And this is not my predisposed prejudice. This is true. This is how he makes his title company work. He hires hot chicks with cleavage and sends them out with Krispy Kreme donuts, and he expects that they're going to bring real estate transactions back to his title company. And it works. It worked for 10 years that I know of. But on this side of the equation, your title company could take an exclusive zip code so that the MLO's got a zip code and a bunch of realtors are in the network, and your title company buys a zip code for $100. You can go countywide for $500 a month. And I can even work with you to grow to a county. I don't want you to invest money up front. I want you to just make a commitment, and then we'll work with you to get you to the countywide exclusive, right? So at least take a zip code, and then we can grow to countywide later. Eventually, I'd love you to become a statewide brand ambassador for us. That is something that is probably a $36,000 investment for most states. But the same $36,000 you would have paid for a marketing rep, you'd be paying for a statewide exclusive spot in the Hero Benefits Network. So it does work out. In fact, I've got a system where I can give you a grant for the first year. I can pay essentially all or most of your statewide exclusive for the first year. If you're interested in becoming a brand ambassador, dude, and you're a title agency, I'm going to roll up my sleeves and do whatever it takes to help you get business so that we can grow this damn thing. But instead of hiring a marketing rep, if you hired us, we would go right to the Board of Realty as a nonprofit. We would say, hey, there's an essential employee relocation crisis. We want to teach your realtors about it. And then we show them. You would agree to host events with us, and we would host events at your title company. So imagine after the next 90 days, you've done 3 events. And this is the illustration for ramping up your title agency within our organization. Month of January, we did a brunch at the Board of Realty that's called Essential Employee Crisis, How Realtors Can Help. That always draws a large crowd. We do title company luncheon at your office or at a local restaurant. That's called List to Last, and it's the 2025 Realtor Roadmap. That's a free service that Hero Benefits Network does for your realtor partners. And believe me, I just got huge kudos from a hotshot veteran, Keller Williams agent, who went to List to Last, and he was like, "Holy shit, there's more value in List to Last than there is in HBN." And I go, "Well, I'm sorry. you can say that if you want, but List to Last is a formula for realtors to follow to get listings in 2025, and that would be hosted by your title company, branded to your title company, and white labeled to your title company." And then, of course, we go back to the Board of Realtors the next month, and we do Agents in Action. This is so that realtors can learn the advanced sales process of the top listing teams in America. So if you want to know what Mark Spain does when he takes a listing, all you have to do is call Mark Spain and tell him you want to list a house, and he'll walk you through his whole sales process. So we've done the advanced sales process research to tell your realtor partners what the top listing agents in the country do when somebody asks them, "What's your commission?" See, your realtor might say, "I don't know." So you got to have really good sales dialogue and scripts, and you have to have a very meticulous sales funnel to be a top listing agent, right? So we teach them how to do that. So the first thing we're going to do together with your title agency is we're going to load 400 real estate agents into your HBN promotional campaign. I want you to make sure that at least 25 of the entries in your CSV file are broker owners or what they call teamerages, team. So as long as you have 25 broker owners or team leaders, plus another 375 real estate agents, we can produce a successful lunch and learn for you. And let's say you only had 15 agents show up at the first one because you were not promoting it and you didn't go to the Board of Realty, you didn't do any work, you didn't do any promotions, but you still had 15 agents show up. And then you had 15 agents show up for the second one and 15 agents show up for the third one. All of these are remedial. I had 350 people at the last one. Okay. We have hundreds and hundreds of people show up for these. But for your example, we're saying after 90 days, you had 45 agents come through your title company to learn about relocation grants and down payment assistance. So now you've got 45 real estate agents before St. Patrick's Day. And I use St. Patrick's Day because I'm a Fitzpatrick. And we have a great big St. Patrick's Day party every year. But, 45 referral partners with an exclusive relationship to you, if they want to be inside the Hero Benefits Network, they've got to decide that they want to be part of your organization. So this is just a different mousetrap, if you will, a different way of curating realtor referred purchase loyalty. And one more disclosure, the consumer still has 100% freedom of choice. But in our network, we've got about 100% capture rate in mortgage and title because the grants are curated through your donations. We make that clear to our heroes. So we might have one title company in a state, and we might have, 40 mortgage bankers in that state. So you might have 40 mortgage bankers working with your title company. And then how many realtors? In each county, there might be 6, 8, 10, 15 realtors working in each county. So now you've got this model, this new model for funneling 9 categories of essential employees directly up into and through the mortgage bankers. And then lo and behold, they all end up at your title company. So if that's not interesting to you, click the off button and see you later. We don't need to talk to you anymore. We're only looking for about 50 title companies in the entire country. We want to do 50 statewide exclusive partners. And I think the one-stop shop speaks for itself. HBN produces the lead with a realtor partner. The realtor partner does the vetting, sends it over to the MLO and the realtor, and us send pretty well healed machine after 37 years. And I just want to end our time together with imagination. Use your creative imagination that on March 17th, 2025, you've got 45 realtors, and each of them have 2 clients. That's 90 clients. And they're all out there shopping with these down payment assistance relocation grants. So I got to believe that if you spent $1,200 for the year with me, you get more than $12,000 back. Okay. I've done the math. I'm a title company owner myself, and I have no problem committing to a spend a dime, make a dollar mech. So spending $1,200, you should certainly be able to make $12,000 back. I don't think it would be hard for you to do enough transactions to produce a spend a dime, make a dollar result. We don't look at, oh, you just need one deal to pay for it. Yeah, one deal makes you $1,200, but that's not justifying the deal. You got to do 10 deals to justify $1,200 a year. So, and if you grow it to a statewide or countywide exclusive, we know how many deals you have to be doing to justify that commitment. And that's why we'll give you a grant to lower your economic input until you grow your transaction volume. Did you hear me? I'm willing to give you a grant as a title agency owner. If you'll be a brand ambassador for us, we'll reduce the price of the county or state in order to get you going until you start doing your deals. But I can tell you, I've been running sales funnels in the residential real estate space for 37 years. There's no other sales funnel that I've ever managed. I managed a lot of money in lead spend in my life. A lot of people spend a lot of money on leads, and very few of them have the golden guardrails that we have. We have a 100% consumer choice driven loyalty. The consumer says at the onset of the transaction that I want to work with Hero Benefits Network because I want this $9,720 grant. So I'm going to work with your real estate agent. I'm going to work with your mortgage banker. I'm going to work with your title agency. Of course, I'm going to shop price, rate, make sure you're in line. But I act as a validator of that for the heroes. I would never let a title company rip off one of our heroes. I would never let a mortgage banker scam our heroes. We'd kick them out of the network so fast. In fact, I've got massive mortgage bankers that are giving more than they're asked to give to these heroes and reducing the rate because they're committed, because they were veterans, they were cops, they were firefighters, and they have an intensive loyalty to the Hero Network market. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to illustrate the sales funnel and the golden handcuffs, if you will, the golden guardrails to the sales funnel that really makes for a pleasant, mutually beneficial relationship to our heroes, to our realtors, to our mortgage bankers, and maybe most importantly, our title insurance agency partners, which act as the fulfillment partner. We can build you a four-legged stool to build a one-stop shop around your essential employee relocation. My name is Russ Fitzpatrick. The call to action is to get with us. Go to herobenefitsnetwork.org, herobenefitsnetwork.org. If you're not already certified, get certified. If you are certified, schedule an event. That's it. That's all we can do for you. Schedule an event. You host an event February 5th, Russ, Carrie, Kenny, Randy, everyone will come to your aid and help you build out a productive event. We'll either do the event live, we'll do the event online, or we'll do the event via on-demand recordings, which does have fantastic results in the 2025 marketplace. So thank you very much for your time and attention. Remember, if it can't be managed, if it can't be measured, it can't be managed. And your organization could not close more transactions outside of the network than you can inside of the network. I bet you when we build out this deal with mortgage bankers, realtors, and your title company, we're all going to be high-fiving at the holiday party. So thank you very much for being on. And if you have any questions, simply go to herobenefitsnetwork.org.